Hi guys, welcome back to Bunny Brick Designs. So I just got done using up my bead boxes. Um, had a little bit of a creative block and then just decided to sit down this afternoon and work through everything and was like, I'm just going to start beading and we'll see how it goes. So the first thing I want to do for you today is I want to give you a this is going to be a triple showcase. So, you're going to get a lot of jewelry ideas in this one. So, first off, we're going to do the Bargain Bead Box Tropical Heat Collection. Now, amazingly, after making a couple pieces, I really got blocked on these colors because, again, oranges and pinks are not my favorite colors. But I managed to use up everything except for that amount of beads and a little piece of chain. I mean, I might have been able to make a bracelet and some earrings out of that, but you know what? I could probably use that in a bead embroidery down the road, and the chain can always use chain. So, with that being said, we did this one on camera, and I'm going to bring that in case somebody hadn't seen it. I'll give you a nice close-up here. It's very sparkly. I love the way it sparkles. And this is supposed to resemble a bird of paradise flower. It's a abstract bird of paradise. I really like how it came out. I like just how sparkly it is. I love this necklace. The next piece I did, oops, and I'm throwing jewelry on the floor, was I decided I was going to make some earrings. And so I had gotten the idea, because they reminded me of links, those round hoops, I made chain earrings. So I just took the chain, wrapped the chain around the links, and so they kind of just dangle, little dangle earrings. So I made those, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And of course, I wanted to make some flower earrings. And so I made a pair of those. And so those were the pink and the orange that went well with those flower pendants. And then I was like, okay, we need to use up these connector stones. So I made a nice pair of long earrings. So I got happy with the earrings. And then I was like, I don't know what I want to do with those little tiny diamond beads. And I don't think I used them all. And I wasn't sure how I was going to use them. So I made these. So what I did was I took some Beadalon and strung up the beads and then passed it through the one crimp and made earrings. So I made a pair of those. And I was like, wow, I'm really happy with the way those came out. I liked that. That was fun. And so then I had a bunch of beads left and I was like, I do not know what I want to do. And so I decided to do a multi-stranded necklace. I started out making, and I'm going to take this off here just to show you the one. I started out making this necklace, and it lays like this. And so this can be worn individually. And as you can see, it's asymmetrical. And that pendant, it can be worn either side. Which is, the beauty of this necklace. It can be worn this way. It can be worn that way. There is no specific front or back. And I put lobster claws so that these two can attach so that this can be worn independently. Then I made, and I'm going to take it off and do it separate. I decided I wanted to make a necklace and use up these yellow beads. And I love how this one turned out. if you can see how that is. It's got these little yellow orange spots amongst the stone, and it really pops. It really does. So I made that necklace. And at first I wasn't sure if I was going to put these together or not, but then I was like, well, we'll see. And then lastly, I made a bracelet. So this, you know, can be worn as a bracelet. It's cute. It's adorable. It can be worn separately as a bracelet, or because it has pieces from this, so it's got these components that tie into this. It's got these components that tie into that, which also, I mean, all of this ties in together. So then I was like, you know what? We've got the magnetic clasps. And so I can at least on these two join them together and make a nice long necklace. Now, ultimately, I decided to put the lobster claws on these and make this another multi-strand necklace where it's asymmetrical, and so we've got that. Absolutely gorgeous. Then I had 2 of these flowers left, and so I made a pair of earrings that could go with this or could go with this, either or. And so I got all of this out of the one bargain bead box. This being huge, you know, the big piece, this being another huge piece. So really I've got 3 necklaces, a bracelet, a bunch of earrings, and some beads left over. So that's what I've got out of this month's bargain bead box Tropical Heat. So I'm going to set that aside. I had a little bit more trouble with the curated bead box. To be honest, while I did use some of these beads, and we did a video of me doing the hair, the barrette with these beads, it was okay, and I will probably use it for myself. I doubt I'm going to sell it. I really didn't. I was going to do these and wrap them in seed beads, but I noticed that there's ends, so they're not the greatest. So I decided not to use those, and I've, you know, will probably put this in my stash because, you know, I use up my wire. I liked these pearls in these, and I did use some of the beads out of here and some of the beads out of here, but in all honesty, I have a lot of beads left that were those random mixes, but out of the main sets of beads, this is all I have left. I used most of the blue, most of the yellow, most of the pinks, and I'll show you what I made. So first, we did this together, and as you can see, I've adjusted this a little bit. So this is the barrette that I made, and I do like it. I just don't know if I'll sell it. Or I'll just continue to modify it until I like it to sell it. Then the next thing I did was, and for whatever reason, even though this box is called Mystical Orient, I ended up thinking pink lemonade. And then when I started putting beads together, I saw the yellow and the blue together, and I was like, blueberry lemonade. And I started to mess with that a little bit with the blue and the yellow, and then I just absolutely did not like it. And then I decided I wanted to do something with the pendant, and I don't know if you remember from the pendant, this pendant here, it did not have a stone in that center, so it kind of looked odd, like it was looking for a stone. So I dug through my stash and I found this really pretty blue stone that looked similar to the blue in these beads, and I'm holding off showing you. So it looks similar to the blue in this. It was a little bit lighter, but it worked. So with that being said, I made this necklace. I absolutely love it. it fits nicely on the neck. It's like a nice little choker, and this pendant drops down. But I loved this. I think this worked great. It reminds me of Blueberry Lemonade, kind of. I don't know, but I like the blues and the greens together. And then I like the little pop of yellow in this. So I made this necklace. And then I made my Strawberry Lemonade necklace. So this necklace is all of the pinks and those pink and yellow, and then the yellow beads that came in the mix, put together. And so this is my pink lemonade. It does remind me of pink lemonade, strawberry lemonade. So I love that. So I made those. And then I made some earrings. And so I was just playing around with the components. And I had made these when I was doing my blueberry lemonade. Because that reminded me of blueberry lemonade. I don't know why. So I made those, which can go with this set here. I made a pair of green and pinks. So those are definitely oriental looking to me. I made pink, yellow, and green. So again, not going to necessarily go with anything, but they were fun. I made pink and blue with the remainder of the beads. And then I made my pink lemonade with the last two components. A silver spacer bead from my stash. So, I mean, they're just fun little earrings. These will go on my earring tree for, I sell them, I think, $7 a piece, 2 for $12, 3 for $15, so that they end up being like $5 a piece. I may even do, another sale, 4 for, I don't know, 10 or something. I don't know. Well, I don't want to go too low, but, or 4 for 12, something like that, $3 a piece. If, they don't sell right away. I don't know. Usually I go $5 at the most for these. I start out with 7 because, again, I try to get people to buy multiples of things. So when you're selling things, if you're doing, especially at craft fairs, you're doing things that are multiples, $5 or $7 a piece, or 3 for $15, they're $5. So I made that with the Mystical Orient. So I was having a hard time with these. I don't know why. I do love this necklace now that I've made it. I'm going to set this aside because those are all going to have to go into my stash. And I think I showed you the pendants. I don't remember if I showed you the necklaces that I did for these. So I was doing more of the bead embroidery, trying to make the vintage bunnies. So I have these vintage pendants or vintage cabochons, and I made this one, and it's the blue, and it has a chain attached to it. I really like this one. And then the other one I made was this little other vintage bunny in pink and gold, and I used rhinestones, and I made a seed bead and pink beaded necklace. So that is the 2 necklaces that I was making. So this is the thing. I love doing this. And I'm going to start doing a lot more of it when I get the bead boxes. I'm going to start trying to do a lot more things that are out of the ordinary, not just stringing beads on a chain, but doing some embroidery for you. The other thing I've been doing is I was working on a pattern that I will be putting up in my Etsy shop, that is fringe earrings, and I'm sure other people have similar patterns to it too. But what I like about these was that they are perfect representation of our 50 states, the American flag. So what I didn't realize when I was designing it, and I'm just trying to give you a close-up here of it. Each one of these earrings has, in the blue part where the white represents stars, there's 25 in this one and 25 in this one, which means for together they represent the 50 states. So I'm going to be doing a tutorial pattern and selling it on Etsy to, so that if you've never done this before, it's literally step by step where I have diagrams that will show you exactly how to put the thread through, and then of course, if you always have questions, if you do end up getting the pattern, you could reach out to me. So I made the 2 pairs of earrings, and I absolutely love these. And I made these with, AB coating for the rainbow coating for the white, and rainbow, like I think all of them have rainbow coating except for the red, which has silver lined, but I mean those earrings just pop. So these will also be for sale. If you don't want to make them and you want to buy them, I'm probably going to have to photograph them, put them in my Etsy shop. At any rate, I think they're absolutely gorgeous. So this is what I've been doing other than working on the bead boxes. So anyways, that's this month. I'm thinking in order to get you more tutorials and more things, I may start grouping. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to shake the camera. I may start grouping the unboxings and the showcases together so that you can see everything that I've made for the month. And then that way I can give you more tutorials, more ideas, do some different things, give you some more wire work, more shibori, more bead embroidery, because I really enjoy, and this has got leather on the back here, and I really enjoy making these things. So, I always play with them to make sure that they are perfect. I need to stop. But anyways, that's what I've made this month. Let me know what you think in the comments. And thanks for watching. Also, thank you to all my new subscribers. Oops, sorry about that. My bunny's being mischievous and getting into stuff in my closet. So, yeah. So I need to go wrangle a bunny. But anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.